Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to my discussion. So, in this discussion, we are going to tackle about the branches of physics. So, branches of physics, the definition of physics, and what are those branches of physics. So, physics is a fun adventure. It has many competitions, but you will learn how to solve that particular problems. So physics are not just numbers, but also full of adventure. So before anything else, ladies and gentlemen, I am your teacher for this discussion. We're going to talk about branches of physics. So I am Lennon Almiduan, yours truly, and we are going to learn what are those branches of physics. So, but first, let us define first what is physics. So, physics is what? So, physics is a clearly stated definition itself is a study of matter and energy. So, physics is a natural science that involves the study of matter and its motions. So, motion is a movement of matter through space time alone. Of course, there is also a duration along with related concepts such as energy and force. So, as I've said earlier, physics is a clearly stated definition that means the study of matter and or the interrelation of energy. So that is physics. So, and now, for the moment, what are those branches of physics? So first we have the astronomy. So what do you think astronomy is? So of course, astronomy is the studies that universe beyond Earth, or the astronomy is the study of heavenly bodies, said, no, or the study of matter beyond or outside of the Earth, no, not just the Earth, but outside of the Earth. So that is astronomy. As you can see, astronomy or from or to the galaxy love you to the moon and back. That's astronomy. Okay? There you have, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have the galactic astronomy. Of course, galactic astronomy is one of the branches of, of physics, but also a branches of astronomy. As the name itself, galactic astronomy, galactic, which means galaxy, the study of galaxy or our Milky Way. So, study of our own Milky Way galaxy and all its content, no? Meaning the whole content. What are those planets inside our Milky Way? What are those stars inside to our Milky Way? That's the galactic astronomy. So this is in contrast to extragalactic astronomy, which is the study of everything outside of our galaxy, including another galaxy, which means our Milky Way galaxy is not just only one galaxy, but two, but in another galaxy, of course, there is a huge galaxy, not just our Milky Way galaxy. So that is the galactic astronomy. Next is we have the planetary science. So, what of course it is obvious that it is a study of planets based on the planetary science, but the correct definition is the study of planets, or more rarely, planetology is the scientific study of planets. So, planetology or planetary science is just the same, including Earth, our home, the moons, and the planetary systems, in particular, those of the solar systems in the process that form them. So, as you can see, planetary science, those planets or those famous planets, including our home, the Earth, the Mars, the Mercury, the Venus, the Jupiter, and whatsoever, and that is what we call the planetary science. Next is we have the biophysics. Of course, we have our biology, not in high school. So biology, which means bio, which means life, and logy means the study. So study of life. So we have biophysics here. So bio. which means life, and physics is the study of matter and energy. So biophysics or life related to matter and energy. So biophysics is a bridge between biology and physics. Biology studies life, its variety and complexity. It describes how organisms go and about getting food, communicating, sensing the environment, and reproducing. So, and its biological physics is an interdisciplinary science that applies the approaches and methods of physics to study biological systems. Biophysics covers all scales of biological organization, from molecular to organismic populations. So as you can see, guys, biophysics is a very fun way because it involves life, from the word itself, bio. And next, so here is a picture of a biophysics, an example of biophysics. In biophysics, there is a more interactive way, there is more productive way, there is a competitions, such as how many people in the populations, and that how many people in the world, that it includes the biophysics. Yes, yes. So we have the neurophysics. Neuro means nervous, no? Neuro means mind. Neuro means, or neurology, which means the study of nervous system. So neurophysics is the study of nervous system related to matter and energy. So neurophysics. So what is a neurophysics? Neurophysics or neurobiophysics is the same as the branch of biophysics dealing with the nervous system, including the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. So here in neurophysics, we have our nervous system, but related to physics. So neurophysics is also one of the branches of physics. So the term is a portmanteau of neuron and physics to represent an interdisciplinary science which applies the approaches and methods of experimental physics to study the nervous system. So that is the neurophysics. Next is we have, so as you can see, guys, neurophysics. Next is we have dynamics, my favorite. Dynamics. Dynamics is the study of causal motion and changes in motion, of course. Music is one of the examples of dynamics. Waves. And dynamics has two sub subcontent. We have the kinematics, which describes motions without regard to its causes in terms of position, velocity, and acceleration. And the kinetics, which is concerned with the effect of forces and torques of the motion of bodies having mass. So, as dynamics, the study of causal motion and changes in motion. So, dynamics is very important. Kinematics and kinetics. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you've learned so much from my topic. This has been your teacher for this discussion. This is Lennon Elmiduan signing out, and I'm going to see you all to my next discussion. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.